What's up, Fable people? Welcome back to the channel. Today is my favorite video of the month. I swear to gosh, I love this video. Today we are doing our April TBR, March recap and April TBR. When I tell you I'm so excited, I'm so excited. But a little disclaimer, I literally got back from my trip last night. And I literally got here like at 1 p.m. It's currently 4:33. So that's a little crazy. That's why this video is going out so late, is because I have been on my trip, or I would have filmed it midway through the week. Anyway, let's go. So we are going to do our March recap and April TBR. I'm so excited. I can't believe it's April though, but low-key I love April. I love it so much. Also water. I have this just one more chapter, which is very bookish, water. So we're gonna start off with recap and then we'll get into the TBR. I do not know where to put this water. I guess I'll put it on the chair. I'm a little worried that we're just gonna put it on the ground. Okay, first up we have The Favorites by Lane Fargo. This was on my March TBR, which is so exciting that I read it. I tabbed it so much. This was really in my tabbing journey. Also, it did get spilled water on it, so that's very sad. I read it while I was sick, which is also sad because I was like puking while I was reading this book. So this is The Favorites by Lane Fargo. It's literary fiction / romance. I read it February 28th to March 3rd, and I read it as a physical book. I read this all physically. Like, I literally never audiobooked it once. And I was sick the whole time. So I'm proud of myself for that. I give it 4.5 stars, and I said, the drama is crazy. I hated all of the characters at some point while reading, which I love. Like, I low-key love when I do that. Like, that's why I love Gilmore Girls so much. It's my favorite show of all time. Just love it. And I think that that's so good because it shows that the characters are realistic and relatable. I do understand why people hate it, though. I really liked the short chapters, and I really liked the back and forth between Katarina's perspective and then also the documentary. I love a story that takes place like a decade with multiple problems to solve, and for those two reasons I thought that it was unputdownable, which I don't know if that's a word, but it's not super long. I think it's a 400-page book. Yeah, it's like 450, 470, we're just gonna say 476. That's not bad. That was close to 500. Was it 5 stars though? No. Like, if I saw it at a bookstore, I'd be like, oh, I read that, you know? But it wouldn't be like, you have to go read it too, you know? It's like, I really wanted it to be, but I just didn't have that 5-star feeling where I'm like, I just love this book so much. Like, that's a 5-star, that's a 5-star, that's a 5. We all know Slow Dance is a 5-star. I talk about all the time. That's what I mean when I say it's a 5-star. Like, I have to be able to like talk about it like every single day. Next up, I read The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I really didn't think I was gonna read this, to be honest. I made even a little bookmark about it. I read The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. This is literary fiction / romance again. I read it March 6th to March 11th, and I audiobooked it, and I also physical booked it. I would say I read it about half and half, so, you know, proud of myself for that, and I give it 4.75 stars. I'm gonna be so honest, I did not think I would like this at all, but I honestly loved it. This book both broke my heart and put it back together in the same exact sentence. I legitimately cried while I was reading this. There was so much sadness, but also so much love. I love the end so much, and you really have to wait it out. TBH, I really don't like the male love interest. I really didn't like the male love interest at the beginning, but I do like him now. But it's not just about love. It's also about Alaska. The way she talks about Alaska, I felt like I was there with her. It's not only about loving a person, but also loving a place. I love this book. I just do. I low-key, while I'm reading this, I'm like, should I give it 5 stars? I literally, like, the whole time I was on my trip, I was like looking for like Should I go buy it? I think if I bought it, I'd give it 5 stars. Like, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is one of those books where, like, I got it after I gave it 5 stars because I was just like, I need this. Also, that reminds me, I have to change my bookshelf today. I literally just got my room. Like, I literally started making this video right after I got my room. Anyway, we'll change my bookshelf today. Next up, I was going to read The American Mermaid Experiment because it was on my spring TBR. I don't think I'm gonna read this, to be honest, because I DNF'd it. I decided to add my DNF. Let me know if you guys think that this would be something that you would enjoy seeing, just continuing with, like, DNFs, or would you prefer to just, like, stick with just the recap, no more DNFs? I think at the end of the year, I'll make a worst books of the year and my DNFs, and that I'll, like, go through all of the DNFs. So do you want to see it through month, or just no? And I really did not like it. It felt like the 7th year slip by Ashley Poston again, but, like, worse. Like, I really, really didn't like it. And maybe I'll come back to it because it's on my spring TBR, but, like, I low-key don't think I'm going to. Next up, we have How to Write a Love Story by Catherine Walsh. Honestly, this was such an unexpected buy. Like, I really did not expect myself to buy it. Should I have bought it? Maybe, maybe not. Also, the whole, like, writing, because I know you guys just saw that, I got my Apple Pencil and I was, like, addicted to using it, so I was using it there. Am I going to be using that again? No. Because low-key, I don't think it's that cool to use. I just want to clarify, I do love my Apple Pencil, just not specifically for writing notes, like, for bookish stuff. And, like, I do love to write notes, and maybe I will use it to write different notes, but not specifically, like, while I'm reading the book. Thank you. I bought it because I was at a bookstore and I was trying to buy Wild Darling, but it didn't come out until April 7th. So we'll talk about that later. How to Write a Love Story by Catherine Walsh. This is a romance. I read it March 15th to March 17th and I got it as a physical book. I did buy it. I did like it. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so mad that I bought it. You know, I gave it 4.5 stars, or 4.25 stars. I really, really enjoyed this. I really like her Christmas romances, so I really thought, like, I was gonna like it. It's very bingeable. Like, if you need a book to, like, just binge, read this one. Oh, I made a little bookmark out of it. I've been addicted to making bookmarks of the books that I've been reading because they're so much fun. And I've honestly been in a big drawing mood. I honestly love to make bookmarks for my books while I'm listening to audiobooks, so that's fun. The characters were amazing. I really, really want a book about Maddie and Shane because I think that would be so fun. So, you know. Okay, next up we have Told You So by Macy Neely. Told You So by Macy Neely. This is a memoir. I read it March 20th to March 20th. I made a whole, like, video about it. You can go watch it. I actually made a lot of shorts about books that I read this month, so you can go watch all of them in the description box down below. I'll put all of them there. Listen to it, and then I also audiobooked it. Or, not audiobooked. I audiobooked it, and I listened to it, and then I also read on my Kindle. Let's go get Kindle. Here's my Kindle. Her name is Gwendolyn. I love her. I did read on my Kindle, but I mostly audiobooked it, but I mean, I did do both. I give it 4 stars, and I love Macy. Like, she's my favorite Mormon wife. I have not finished The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, to be honest, but I'm so close to done. I'm on, like, episode 9 or something. I'll finish that, and then I'm gonna start XO Kitty season 3. If anybody has watched that, please don't spoil it for me. Maybe I'll make a debrief video about it after it comes out, and then we can spoil it all we want. BYU was a great place to hurt someone. Oh, also, this is a memoir, so it's all about, like, hurting people. It's my favorite, like, Minka Kelly's memoir is my favorite memoir. We have all my memoirs here for, like, Women's History Month, except I don't have Michelle Obama's because it's over there because I had to do, like, a whole presentation about her for class. So anyway, but I have most of them here, and then these are all, like, women For April, there's not really anything, so I think I might put up like best books or something fun. I don't know. A lot of people hate this book because of the writing, but as someone who reads a lot of these crazy, sad, celebrating memoirs, it can be a different way to write because it's hard to write and you want it to sound natural, you know? The reason that Macy hates all men, in my opinion, only by reading the book, is because Macy got hurt time and time again, and I think that she just got tired of giving annoying men a shot, you know? When she first starts dating Jacob, I think you can tell that she has her guard up because she's so worried about getting hurt again. I like that Macy shares the fights with Jacob to show that it is okay to have fights and that there's different ways to fight than from her problematic relationships in the past. I love that Hudson plays baseball just like his dad. And then my favorite line in the book is, I feel bad for being on my phone at dinner, but I'm addicted to the tea. Here's one thing for Jacob from Secret Life of Modern Wives, season 4. I'm low-key hating him. Why is he like part of dad talk? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Because I really like loved Jacob through all of like the other seasons, and like I just don't like him this season, you know? Okay, next up. The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This is a YA romance. I read it March 22nd to March 26th, and I read it as a physical book. I'm gonna be so honest, this was so unexpected, but then my friend and I were yapping, right? We were like just laying, we were yapping. We were in my room, and like, I have this here, right? I'm just gonna move this for 1 second. I have this here, right? I'm just like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, whoa, this looks kind of interesting. Let me go read it. So I did. That's kind of crazy, because it's literally been on my shelf for like over a year, which is crazy. But I did pick it up finally. So I'm so happy because like sometimes I'm like, am I ever gonna get to some of these books? But look, I just got to one. So slay. And I gave it 4 stars. I said, this is heavy. Here's my thing. I liked this book and it was very insta-lovey. Also, there wasn't much at the end about them. It was kind of like one day. I really loved the mini perspectives about how it's like little people just all around the world. I love when there's like so many perspectives. Like that's what I'm reading right now, which we'll talk about in a little bit. It's definitely very deep subjects. And I think that it has aged in a sad way because it's all about like deportation and like immigrants. Although I do think that these things need to be talked about. I think that it would have ended differently if it had been written now. I think lots of people need to read this because it kind of shows like all the deportation stuff. And I do think that it's a book that needs to be talked about more. But I wouldn't necessarily say I loved it. You know what I mean? Next up, we have In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. I do actually own this book, and it is in my suitcase, but my suitcase is downstairs, and I really don't want to unpack it right now. So, Editing Alice will just insert a clip of me screaming about my book. Thank you so much, Editing Alice. I love you just as much as everyone else. Everyone who's watching at home, say thank you, Editing Alice. We all love you. But this is by Sarah Adams, and it is a romance. I read it March 28th to March 30th, and I read it on my trip. I low-key bought this book just to read on my trip, because I love to do that, and I love to, like, have a book where it's like, I'm gonna read this on my trip. Like, Funny Story by Emily Henry is one of those. I don't want to go get it, and if you don't know what it looks like, womp womp. I give it 4.5 stars, and I said, I love this series so much. It's such a fun, little, cute, small town romance, and I'm so sad that it's over. It's very Hallmark movie, but it's very fun. Lottie, Smalley, if you're watching this, you gotta go start it, because she was literally talking about in her April TBR video that she was like, I want to start it, but I don't know if I want to, and I don't want to, and this kind of sounds Hallmark movie. you should. It's really sad that I'm done with this series. I really liked this book. It had some serious moments, but it just felt like a fun, cute little romance. I really loved both Maddie and James. Maddie was so funny. Like, low-key, I would definitely be her friend, and I think she would be a good friend too. Okay, before we start the TBR picking, let's talk about some March stats. YA romance was 16.7%, literary fiction was 33.3%, romance was also 33.3%, and then memoirs were 16.7%. I read 2,329 pages. I read 6 books, and I read for 20 days. I think those are the pretty good stats, and they're the best stats of the year, which is great. Well, not for the genre tracker. Last month was the best for genre tracker, but I don't care. We're gonna switch some things around and get into the TBR yapping. Okay, y'all, now we have everything figured out and ready for the TBR. Also, you guys voted that you guys wanted to continue doing wrap-ups and TBRs together, so thank you all for everyone who voted on that. I did do that as a YouTube poll and then also as an Instagram poll, and everyone agreed that we wanted to keep them all together. There will be a few months where that'll be different, and I will give you updates on those soon, but mostly it is the same. Let's get into it. Okay, so for our merch TBR, let's go ahead and yap. I read 2 out of 3 of the books, which I would say is pretty good. Wild Darling I did not get to because it actually comes out on April 7th. So I was wrong about the date that it came out on. That was actually the Australian release date, which means that I don't think that really counts. I'm not going to hold myself against to it. Do I want to get to Wild Darling? Yes, but because it is kind of not the colder months, I think I can wait off and wait till it comes to my library and my Libby and I can read on my Kindle. I've read the other 2 on my Kindle, so I'm okay with that. Okay with just waiting and holding off for a little while, and we'll see. I'm not going to add any prompts to the TBR, but books I would like to pick are Finding My Way by Malala Yousafzai, Eleanor and Park, Wild Darling, and then The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. That's actually the one I want to add the most to my TBR. I just bought it and I will be making videos about it all month long, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But definitely stay tuned. There are 3 videos this month coming out about Abby Jimenez, The Night We Met, so definitely stay tuned. I don't really want to get to this one. I want to more tackle it in May because I will be making a video all about it. And then we also have my spring TBR, which I only have 4 more books left on. The 40-Year Kiss by Nicholas Butler, sorry. I can get that on Hoopla, which is what I'll probably do, or maybe Libby. Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, which is right here. The Shippers by Catherine Setter has not come out yet, so I can't even worry about that. And then Finding My Way by Malala Yousafzai is available on Libby, and I will be reading on Libby. If you haven't been here before, welcome. So the way that we do the TBR depends on the month. So because it is April, we are going to be picking out 4 picks. So we do based on month. So in January we pick 1 pick, and then in December we pick 12. Super exciting. I also have my spring bingo to look from, which I will put up on the spring. I also have 2 separate pages for it. So one of them has all my cross-offs, and then the other one in the white text is the book that I picked for the cross-off, and you can do as many cross-offs as you want for a book. This is really just a low-key bingo. I'm really not worried about it at all, but here is my little thing. I have a little wee jar that has all my prompts inside, and then this is the actual bucket that I drop them all into. This is just another way to shake them, and also if I want to put any other prompts in here from different months, like in the summer I did some stuff with The Summer I Turned Pretty and picking out prompts from that. So that is just why I have another container and then also the wheat jar. But we are going to go ahead and shake it and then put them in here and shake them up. Okay, so we have 4 picks to pick from, and anything on the TBR or on my Libby. I mean, honestly, anything is fair game. We're gonna start with this one. This one's thick. And I got Memoir, which means the first book on my TBR, without a doubt, I'm not even gonna look at anything, is Finding My Way by Malala Yousafzai. Also, I forgot to talk about this before, but The God of the Woods by Liz Monroe is, or I don't know why I keep saying Monroe. The God of the Woods by Liz Moore is my current read. It's a pretty big book, and I kind of want to stay away from this kind of genre picking. So I'm gonna try and stay away from that. Even though I'm excited to read this, and this is one of my favorite genres, I don't want to do another one like this. So just letting you know. And that will probably be on our April wrap-up. Actually, most likely. Okay, we're gonna shake this up again. I really need a romance so I can pick The Night We Met. It's on a post-it. Spring read. Okay, The Night We Met is kind of springy, but I would also say it's kind of summery, so I'm kind of disinclined. We're gonna look at my spring TBR. I'm really not feeling anything on here. I think I could classify this as a spring read though. We're gonna look at some more options though. This is not springy. I really don't have that many spring reads like on here. I think we're gonna pick this one because it's a new spring release. Like it's springy in a spring, like I can't wait to pick it away, you know what I mean?
For those of you who are gonna hate on the fact that like this isn't a spring read because it's like more of a summer, Abby Jimenez is more summery. It literally takes place in spring. Well, it takes place over like a whole year, but some of it is in spring. So I thought I'd take that as like it's a spring read.
Okay, pick number 3. Is it gonna be this one? I'm just literally pulling off the top. I have no idea what I'm gonna pick. New series. Oh. No, I don't think I have anything. So, for our new series one, we're gonna do House Against You by Frederick Bachman. Again, not sure that I'm gonna get to it, but we'll see. Again, that's not really a new series, but I could not find one. I literally looked. Back to it. We've got one more. Okay. Strangers to Lovers. I think we can work with this one. The Dead Romantics, I have no idea. We could go back to... Oh, you know what we could go back to? Is that one book. It's by the same person who made the rom-commers. Oh, Hello Stranger. Yes, let's do this one. I DNF'd it and I want to try and read it again. For our Strangers to Lovers, we're going to do Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Let's recap my April TBR. So I picked everything from this TBR jar and I picked 4 different prompts. The first prompt I picked was Memoir and I got Finding My Way by Malala Yousafzai. Then I picked Spring Read and I picked The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. I don't know that it's actually a spring read, but it's a book I want to read in the spring. Then I picked New Series and I picked Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. I know that this is kind of a stretch, but it's like a new series that I picked up this year, you know? And then I picked up Strangers to Lovers, and I decided to pick Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Okay, now let's do a little recap, or now let's do a little goodbye. I hope you have a great, wonderful, slayful day. If you're not already subscribed, please be subscribed. We just hit 100 subscribers, which I'm so happy and thankful for. I really love y'all for it. Also like the video if you enjoyed. It really does push the algorithm, and comment below. Again, it really pushes the algorithm for more people to come see my video. So thank you all so much. And also let me know what you want to see next. I did get some comments telling me what to make next, and I do have those on my calendar, I promise, but I'm literally booked up until July, and so in July those videos will come out, I promise, I swear to gosh. It's room tour, and then it's also swimsuit tour, which we will get to. I swear, I promise y'all, I will get to those, but they're not gonna come out until like June or July. I have some videos planned So stay tuned for those. Again, it's gonna be a lot about this book and all of Abby Jimenez. I actually pulled out all of the Abby Jimenez books I own for this video because I thought I would talk about it more. Though I didn't, but here they are. I was talking about them in a different video, so it wasn't like I pulled them from the shelf. Anyway. Follow my Instagram if you haven't already. I love Instagram so much. I'm literally addicted. And I low-key I'm always posting on my stories, so you should totally go see it. I posted when I got 100 subscribers. I was like... So, yeah. And follow my Fable if you're bookish. Obviously, if you watched a 40-minute video about bookish things, you're probably bookish, I would assume. So follow my Fable if you're bookish. If you don't know what Fable is, it's basically Goodreads, but like slightly. So I love Fable. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next video. Okay, bye everyone.